Apologies. Back on air, everyone. Apologies. We had an issue with internet access that has finally come back online.
All right, everybody. Adrian here, swapped out for Garrett. Just wanted to bring you up to speed. You're going to see the overhead, and it's changed a lot. These guys are, we're playing Fast and Furious, and an onager from Ramadi went away. The onager for Jason went away. He moved his other onager, the Ramadi onager, which hit a rock, projector misaligned, crit. There was a huge scrum in the middle of the battle. So, yes, the landscape has changed. An onager down for each of the players. Man, it was a terrible time to have a glitch, so we apologize. But man, this is the game is continuing fast a pace now. James shrewdly sent American to soften up Jason's Cataclysm, and then finished it off with a interdictor shot after his Ramadi went by the wayside. And now they are just resolving squads and starting round 4.
So apologies, everyone, once again. We missed the exciting action here around 3. We're going to take you the rest of the way, hopefully, without any disconnections here.
Okay, they're setting their dials for the beginning of round 4. Yeah, both of the players, if you could see the looks on their faces, they were reeling from that last round. They just threw all the dice, onagers and interdictors in close range. Yeah, setting those dials now.
And I am currently making sure we get all of these, the stream information into the appropriate places.
Ramadi Con fire for Jason, first player. He's going to try to mess up that interdictor, and we're going to see what happens. Dice being rolled. Let's see. Here it comes. Oh, he's going to the side. Going to the side. Okay. Going to the side of the interdictor. No, front to front? Okay. A lot of decisions being made out here fast and furious, so let's see. Let's see what we got. Looks like 6. See what he wants to do with that. He's intelling the redirect. Con fire in the extra black.
You know what, I'm going to...
Choking out Ramadi. Choking out Ramadi to get some re-rolls with Vader, Officer. Oh,
well,
he didn't do that? Okay.
Thought
you know, he did
it.
it, but took it back. We're getting the reports from Garrett that he decided not to choke out Ramadi. Okay, now he went the other way. Man, this is a heated. They're trying to maximize everything. So Vader chokes out Ramadi. It does my heart good. And here's 2 more damage. Yep, just trying to go for that kill shot on the interdictor. That's going to be tough news, man.
So we are at approximately 30 minutes left in this game. We are in turn 4.
9 damage. 9 damage coming at the side of the interdictor. And what is he doing? Sensor team discarding 1 for an accuracy. And he's locking out the brace. He's gonna evade, re-roll the crit. Oh, into a double. Oh my goodness gracious. That's 7 damage. He's pitching the redirect. We're gonna have some damage coming through here. And he's containing, of course. All right. He takes a card, spreads the damage around on the shields. Okay, 2 to the hull, so that makes 3 cards on that interdictor.
We're seeing a lot going on here, folks.
Now I think we're going to have a ram here. Let's see.
I don't know that we can actually get around that. It might wind up hitting regardless.
Yeah, they're way too close. There's no way, even with a nav dial, that he could turn to get around anything, even with a bounce back. So he's going to ram the interdictor. Can the interdictor hang on? That interdictor can engineer like a mother, but I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Getting ourselves set up after our internet loss here. This is a second. We'll have everything back up and running as we want it to be.
Yep.
Ram as we were expecting.
Yep. All right. As per the usual arrangement. All right. So
there's a couple.
There was
hits.
some squad action.
Structural damage after landing on that asteroid.
Again, he landed on the asteroid again. Yeah, that's 5 damage on that onager. You know, when he turned and landed on that asteroid, it was projector misaligned. Then it was structural. This onager is catching all the most. I mean, they're all bad, but he's catching all the horrible crits.
It's everything you don't want, especially at this level at the end of a round. For what we have, it's
absolutely.
This is not key. This is
it's not what he wants. You know, I think both of these guys have gotten some horrible crits in this game. To have a crit come on to James's Ramadi onager that not to attack at long range, right the range exactly that Jason's onager was in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's not great. All right, so here we go. So we're looking to see what the interdictor's going to do here.
Yeah, now we're moving out our squadrons here.
Well, I'm going to bring some of the squads in, see what happens.
So in this case, the Jason's interdictor Jason's onager wound up running into James's interdictor.
Yes.
And because that onager lands on an asteroid, first it takes 1 damage for
the ram,
and then it lands on the asteroid, taking a face-up damage.
All right, here comes the Lambda bombing the front of the onager.
Clearing the dice tray.
What? Oh, he's shooting tell.
Shooting tell.
Shooting tell. Okay.
Bringing up that looks to be 2 hits.
He's going to scatter that. Oh, bracing to 1.
It
Sorry.
To 1.
That is Tel Traver. He wants that token so he can throw it away if he needs to.
Yep. Garrett, could we get a shield update on the onager when you get a moment?
Well, after that depowered armament, there's not going to be a lot on there. Or projector misaligned, I should say. Sorry. Yep, 0 on the front, 2 on the sides. That's the effect of that crit with the projector misaligned. All the zone with the biggest amount of shields, down it went. And then the sides, still fine.
A lot of different comments, people jumping back onto the stream. Thank you for continuing to join us.
Yep. This has been a back and forth. Unreal.
I'm going to
Empire on Empire.
Going to agree with one of the comments here that Armada is clearly too big for the internet, and it brought it down to its knees.
All right, Confire Gazanti. Now, Vader's Gazanti. Now, this is why he kept Ramadi, so he could get those extra dice. If it's obstructed. I don't know if it is. Maybe that was just the Confire. Checking range, actually. Oh, it doesn't look obstructed. Okay, so it's just the Confire.
Huge thank you to everyone that's joining us today.
Confirm medium range. So here's the 2 coming at the interdictor. Brace to 1, burn the contain. All right, so 5 hull on that interdictor. 4 left. That's a tanky ship, but man, he is hanging on by a thread. Oh, victory token for that. Okay. All right. James is activating another Gazanti from the look of it. Squadron Command.
Squadron Command.
He's going to try to get some points on the board here. He's going to go after that 4 screen that Jason has. Obviously, his Lambda was taken out early, but let's see. Is it going to be Valen? Is it going to be Tel? Is it going to be Sienna? Let's figure it out. Let's find out here.
Moving right along, seeing what we've got here. A little bit more Armada left to go today. About another 23 minutes before time is called. This round will definitely finish.
Yep. All right, here we go. 2 blue
to the Onager. Hit crit.
Redirect.
Redirecting out.
Redirecting to the side, which makes sense.
That's going to be the 2.
he had that front hull zone depowered, projector misaligned, but he's got shields on the side.
Yep.
So let's see if he can hang on.
Huge thank you to Spike. We appreciate all of the kind words.
Okay, here we go. All right, Valen on Valen action. Here we go.
We will continue to stream through the end of Worlds.
The players are going really quickly now. They are sensing the end of the round approaching. So they're trying to get their licks in. They need to. They need points, and they're both fighting for it.
Shield status on that interdictor. We believe nothing on
Squadron
the front, nothing on
dial
the right.
On the other Gazanti for Jason. He's taking the token. He's taking the token and he's moving.
Jason moving there, following up behind the Onager.
Engineering on the interdictor. All right, he's looking to see what he's going to do. He's going to try to heal some of that damage. I don't know what he's going to do with the cards or shields. Oh, he's discarding 2 cards.
Nice, definitely restoring themselves.
Okay, so he's
moving
discarding
shields.
2 cards and moving shields. If that interdictor tanky gets 8 engineering points with the token and the dial, which is exactly what he used. Now he's going to shoot. Double arcing that Onager. Front shot. Oh, that's an accuracy and 3 damage. That is not good for the Onager.
That's
right,
2 accuracies, I think, actually.
No brace, no redirect. Salvoing for sure. All right. Let's see what the crit is. And the salvo roll. Targeting disruptor. So there's 2 damage coming back at the interdictor.
Definitely getting close here. A lot of damage going back and forth.
Yep.
Either one of these capital ships goes, and that's game.
Yes, for certain, and lots of points.
We have a huge crowd gathering around this final table.
Really watching this one. All right, here's the other shot.
That looks to be 5.
5. Yeah, it sure does. So what's he going to do? What is he going to do? James is looking to see if there's anything else that he can get out of this. 5 damage is a lot, but if he is able to brace and redirect that to the other side, then he, I believe, will just live. He has got so...
I mean, we're getting close. We have...
Choking out Nita, so we're going to see some rerolls here.
Let's see what we have.
Looking for some accuracies, I'm sure.
There's
That's
another
2.
That's
hits. 5. Same difference. brace redirect. Brace redirect salvo.
Wow.
Pitching those tokens. He's going to do some damage back to the interdictor, and Jason's first player. So that interdictor is going to have to eat a huge shot at the beginning of the next round. I don't know if it's going to be able to make it.
I don't know. It's got 3 hits on it already.
Oh, comm noise.
Comm's noise comes up.
Comm noise, reduce speed or change the dial.
And they are deciding to change the top
He's
dial.
changing the top dial. Makes sense? Just in case there was. All right, made to nav. Okay.
This
All right,
is getting
he's going to move.
We're now almost 2 rows deep for some of
right.
the
Ram
the
damage.
spectators.
Hey, Garrett,
Here's
could you
a ram.
please check for us how many cards on that onager? It's got to be close. I'm guessing 9. 9. 9 it is. So he is 1
3.
away.
This is
1
getting
away.
close. We need one
it
bombing
could come
run
down to
does
the
it.
squads. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what is in range that hasn't bombed already. So we'll see if there's anything that is in range that's rogue. I don't think so. Not on James's side.
No.
So if there's someone within range like Merrick, he could throw some dice and be very effective right now, but I'm not sure if he's within range. Oh, Jason moving Tell in. Oh, yeah. Going to try to lock down Merrick.
Tell shooting.
Oh, Tell shoots at Tempest. Okay. Three blues.
Here we go. That's
not a lot.
1.
Yep. Did I'm going to ask Garrett. Did Tell just lock down Merrick? Lock down Merrick too. Smart. Oh, that onager might get out of this round enough to shoot that interdictor. Sienna into Valen.
There are 2 hits.
Yep.
We do
James
have an
is Sienna.
accuracy. No, 2
Into Valen.
accuracies.
2 accuracies. Yeah, I think Valen's going.
I think he might have 1 left.
Does he? I thought he had taken 1 before, but I could be wrong. I was wrong. He has 1. Yep.
Valen is
lives
now
on
on 1 health.
All right. Round 5.
We are going into round 5.
This is the decider. Yeah, the crowd
is
around
on their
here is
feet.
like they are craning their necks to see. There's at least 35, 40 people watching around here, interested in how this is going to happen. This is down to this is what Armada is all about, everybody. Ken, I don't know if I don't know. I'm just so excited about this shot coming up. But this is Ramadi trying to kill the interdictor with this super weapon shot. Okay, so he reveals the squadron from the comms noise. So here's what's being activated.
Tell and Tempest that looked like 3 damage.
Oh, okay.
Or was it 4?
Oh, I thought they were setting dials. I guess there is another squad left. Okay. I'm sorry, they're moving really fast, everybody. I thought they were setting dials, and in fact, they were just moving some squad dial. All right, but oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so everybody in the chat. So it looks like there are 4 cards on the interdictor, 9 on the onager. There at the center of the screen, and here comes the big shot, super weapon shot into the interdictor. This is for all the marbles, everybody. Oh, that's a great shot.
That's going to be a devastating shot.
2 accuracies and all those doubles.
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. Current. He's going to leave
accuracy.
it.
Both those
tokens.
I think that's enough.
I
think it's enough. Wait.
What do
Let's
we have?
see. They're deciding. They're looking. Wait, it's some re-roll for something. Oh my gosh, another accuracy, but 5 damage.
It's hitting shields.
Oh, let's see what the crit is. Taking victory token.
Because of the objective.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that's not all right. Hang on.
I'm not sure what they're discussing here, but
Never mind. Looks like we've got a stoppage here.
Yep.
Well, there's a victory token. They're using a squadron token as a victory token. 3 and 3.
4.
4 in there.
So there's 8 cards on that interdictor right now.
8 now, yeah.
They're going to ram. Mutual tabling. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, side arc? Is the side arc in?
Side arc out.
Oh, okay, so the side arc is going to shoot the Gazanti before they move. Hang on. Side arc to the Gazanti.
That's 2.
That's just 2. Veteran gunners. Looking for an accuracy. Didn't get it. Oh, sensor team. So got a crit through. Victory token.
Another victory. It's extra victory token. Round is not over
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
But we are gonna. This is gonna come down, I believe, to victory tokens.
Then. Right. So they ram each other.
Both ships
Both
come
ships
off
are off.
the table.
Wow. You can hear the applause in the background. The whole crowd watching. It was a hard-fought fight, and the two are looking at each other. Man.
And we're still not done
and
yet.
we're still not done. But that ram, oh my gosh. Now it's just squads and Gazantis. That's it. Mutually assured destruction here on Ion Radio, Ken.
What better way can you end a Worlds event?
That's right. Oh, Vader Squadron Command. Okay, so they're going to still end out the round.
We have to end the round.
They have to end the round. That's right. So these parts resupply from that Gazanti, they're going to try to activate as many squadrons as they can and get those last few points. If they can get an ace, that could mean the world as far as the points.
I'm inclined to agree.
Or it could mean the world's championship, according to points. Oh my goodness.
We are already having some discussions here in the booth. John is going to take the camera, make sure that we collect the end ceremony here.
Absolutely. Oh man, this is yeah. See what more can be killed. Good grief. Wow, that's unbelievable. You know, Ken, we talked earlier about how close the competition is. We talked about how evenly matched everyone was. Now, you get the onager list at the very end, and they are just kicking each other in the teeth.
Gazanti has been destroyed.
Yes. Who killed the Gazanti there, Garrett?
And there's our handshake,
and that's it. There's the
I
handshake.
think that's
okay.
That is end game.
Top table. What a fight. What a fight. Man, I did not see it going that way. There were some very inopportune crits that happened. There were some, hot dice, key rolls.
This is how you want an event like this to end.
I think that perhaps these competitors are going to invest in Tums after this is done. I mean, that was stressful just for us watching. You can imagine with both of them, in hot contention for the championship, what they were feeling as they're looking at their fleets dwindling, the big shots coming in, shields going away, horrible crits. And
it just managed to work its way out to where that ram destroyed both. And
unbelievable.
Yeah, what more can you realistically ask for the end? And I feel bad for Jason because that last crit or the structural is what wound up making mutual tabling.
Yeah, well, not just the structural, but to be honest, the previous face-up of the projector misaligned with the 5 shields going off the front. 460 to 445, the unofficial. I don't know, but they can. But the points, I think. Well, there's tokens in there. MOV stops at 400, so.
Yeah, you have the tokens. It's 4 to 3. We've got the judges double checking.
Yeah, judges are just going to double check, but it looks like the MOV is going to be under 40 again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 15.
Yeah, that was the initial calculation.
Hang on, yeah,
hang on.
Judges
coming in for ruling.
That did not sound right with score, so. Let's see. I'm pulling up my tournament regulations now because I'm kind of curious myself.
Hang on a second. Mutual tabling. Hang on. We've got some folks lending some helpful clarification. Let's see.
If the players destroy each other, it's a mutual destruction, 6-5 for the second player, 0 points MOV.
Even with tokens?
Even 0 points for everyone, 6-5, second player, you can check it, it's called mutual destruction.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right here. Okay, I'm taking a look on the
Sounds good.
screen.
So-
End of
so
round
we've
with
got some-
mutual destruction.
We've got some clarifications here. We've got the officials, so we're gonna double check. Hang on, Ken, talk for a sec. I'm gonna clarify this real quick.
Sure thing. We've got the judges in the booth reviewing everything. But usually for mutual destruction at the end of a game round, all of both player ships that are not flotillas are destroyed. Second player is the winner, but their MOV is 0.
Yeah, so they're going to double check this, but we've got the word from the official and some of the other folks around who've had this experience before. When it's mutually assured destruction, mutual destruction, it is a 6-5 for the second player, and tokens are not considered. So that is, wow, that would be just
That
huge.
would be huge if that's how,
Huge.
because then that would be MOV 0 for James.
That's right, MOV 0. So the officials are checking on that, but that, honestly, now that they said it, it sounds right.
It does. I'm actually looking at. I pulled the tournament regulations
Oh, good,
up.
good, yeah, because now that they said it, I'm like, yeah, there is something with the mutually assured destruction.
So we kind of jumped the gun as the players handed us the score sheet. I said, that doesn't look right.
We're so busy, everybody was doing math here trying to get done, and
So we
wow.
are waiting for the final tournament standings to become official. I have not yet done that. I think all the rounds are done, and they have been sent into the TOs.
Well, they're still checking this one in particular, but I think that is correct. You know what, Garrett was there for the very last section. Do you want to jump in, Garrett, and say a few words about the end of this, or are you good? Nothing different to say. Okay, we're all just standing around the booth, all four of us, just like, oh my gosh, yeah, we just need to make sure that this clarification is right on this mutually assured destruction rule. And if it's a 0 MOV, it's a 6-5 second player.
I am going to go in and actually address a few questions that came in through the chat. Now, you have to remember that we are playing by tournament regulations, not standard rules.
Correct.
And with a tournament, once ships are off the board, you do complete the round.
Yes.
Because it is necessary to do that for potential of bringing other things in. However, in the case of a mutual destruction, then both players are going to get an MOV of 0, 6-5
right.
to the...
Correct. It wouldn't matter about what is killed and what not with the tabling, just because both of them have no ships on the table.
That is correct. You can see this on page 7 of the tournament rules.
Yep. So it was just confirmed from our official that it was the mutually assured destruction rule, 6-5 for the second player, which in this case is James. All right. So they're cleaning up, man. After all of that, after all that fighting, after all that back and forth, to have it turn into a mutually assured destruction, 6-5. Oh my God. Projector misaligned was the game. Took 5 off the shields of that onager and just opened up the door for James to come in and lay the damage on the onager.
Completely agree. So now the other games have not been posted.
That's right.
So, and I think that has been done intentionally.
Correct.
So that the judges get the opportunity to reveal to all the players what the actual scores are.
Yeah.
So the only ones we know for sure right now is that James, James wound up getting 6 points, so that puts him at 20, with Jason at 13, I believe. He'd get 5, so at 18.
Yep.
So it is possible
Excuse me.
with at least 2 other players, potentially 3, that things could change. So we're going to have to wait and see what the final is. John Thomson is grabbing the one of our cameras. He's going to take it out to the booth, or not to the booth, but to the AdeptiCon area. We're going to make sure that we record the final ceremony for you.
Yep.
We're going to stay on air with you guys for just a little bit and go for there. That is the rules as they go. 6-5 MOV, second player wins.
Yeah, the tournament, those tournament regulations state you got to have an actual either ship on the field or and not get tabled. Yeah.
This is crazy, but this is also what we have.
worthy of the top table, though. I got to say. I mean, and despite the little hiccup in the center where we missed a little bit of the action, I don't think it disappointed at the end. It came down to the end where everything. I mean, there are still people gathered around the ribbons here, just chatting and talking with the players. Can't believe what they just saw. I could see James sitting down at the table, just kind of like deep sigh, eyes closed, head leaned back, just oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. So
definitely,
it'll be really interesting to see what the results are. I know people are waiting around. Oh dear, that was all the screaming you hear is another table. I think they just finished a championship round of a different game. Wow. All right, it's pretty loud. Sorry, everybody. But, yeah, good times.
It is something else, and I am excited to find out who won today.
Me too. Despite the other table and all the whooping and hollering, like I say, we still have the big crowd gathered around our booth here, congratulating the players. I think everybody is exhausted after all the rounds of competition, and now everybody just waits to hear the results of the grind, the 3-day grind. Well, for some people, but at least 3-day grind for some of these players. Man, how are we going to top this? How are we going to top this for next year?
I think
because there will be a next year.
What's worth noting is that we started out on a high note.
Yep.
We're ending on a high note.
Yes.
What more could you ask for? We have streamed 15 games.
Yes.
Over 4 days, provided about 40 hours of Ion Radio content for everyone at home to watch.
Wow. Unreal. All right. Well, I can see some people milling about here. I don't know if that means there's some results. Don't know. All right. So I think, let's see here. Oops. Sorry, everybody. We've got some information coming to us, and they're still finishing up that round next to us for another game. It looks like it's another close one. They apparently had a similar situation that we had here with the very
mutual
closely
destruction
match.
and everything else. I think they're now passing out tournament prizes.
Could be. All right. So
waiting to hear back on what we have.
Yep.
Still a lot of people online watching us.
Waiting to hear the results. I'm sure we're not going to leave you hanging. We're going to hang with you and make sure that you get the results of who the World's Champion 2023 is.
John's talking to the judges now, finding out what we can do, what it is all about.
Yep, to see what's actually going to happen with the announcement. And we don't know the results of the other tables, but the point totals are close. If someone did really well and had kind of a blowout performance or a standout performance, they're going to take it.
I agree. And I've been sitting down, taking a look at all of the different options and point spreads. Where we sit right now, there are still the possibility for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm calculating potentially 6 players to potentially take first. So,
I think that's right. Potentially, it is possible for 6 of these 8 to take the prize.
Yeah.
I mean, it would depend on MOV.
We would wind up going to MOV for some of these.
Right.
Other ones, it would go to tournament points.
Right.
But, yeah, it's completely possible. Thank you, Adam. We really appreciate everything that we've been able to do for you. I mean, for us, this is we're enjoying every moment being on stream, talking with the fans, and working with the players. We have some excellent players out here, and what more could you possibly ask for?
That's right. And another shout out, just a quick final shout out from me at least. I know I was out at the table for a lot of this, but shout out to the staff. These AMG guys have been on it The refs have been spectacular. They've been really attentive to all the games. I can see them having a conference right now, about 30 feet from our booth, and they just class act and really on the ball. We appreciate that so much, and it makes for a very confident and positive experience when you're calling it and when you're playing it. The players have a lot of confidence in their refs, and that really helps. Not hesitant at all about calling over for a ruling. All right, I think Garrett is going to.
I guess I'll
join
jump
us
on here
Yeah,
too.
join
Looks like
on
Ken
in.
and John
Yeah,
are
let's
trying to get all their players lined up here so they
Yep.
can get some awesome
All right,
footage of our winners.
I think they're gathering up the faithful,
Holy cow!
making an announcement. Perhaps we'll see.
Lots of discussion happening.
Yep. There's a discussion. I'm not sure if this is results or if it's
Nobody
just
knows. Nobody knows
No one
right
yet.
now. Not anybody has
Some
any
sheets
idea
going
who's
back.
won.
That's right. That's right. Oh man, I think all 8 of our players really deserve the win.
I think so.
It's just which one put it together in the exact right format.
And which ones
to
were
eke out the
blessed,
points.
blessed
That's
by
right.
the damage deck?
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
right.
tell you, I'm still
Oh.
thinking about the projector missile line. That changed that game completely.
Yeah, I mean, as good as that he had positioned himself, as in prime a position as he was to win, and then to get that crit at that moment, turning in to try to just keep his angles right and landing on the rock,
Yep.
thinking, you know what, I think I can take one crit.
critical.
Just
It doesn't
to get
matter
myself
what it
in
is,
position.
as
Doesn't
long
matter
as
what
it's
it,
not the 2
not
of the
that
52
one.
in there.
And what was it? It was that
Projector
one.
missile
Even if
line.
it was a structural at that point, and
Yep.
then a structural later,
Doesn't matter.
he's there. So,
Unbelievable.
yeah, it's probably the worst combo that he could have gotten for those 2 crits
It
at the
is.
end.
It's the most devastating crit and a ship that has full shields. Listen, that turned that game from a 7-8 win
Yeah.
into a 6-5 loss. Is that correct?
Yeah, because
it's
it
mutual
turned into
tabling.
second player.
Gets this unbelievable.
Yeah, and I mean, how confident are you as a first player double onager player?
Ugh.
I mean, yes, please.
Right. There
Yeah,
was no
I'll
worry
take
at all.
that shot. I'm going to evaporate that damaged interdictor.
That's right.
But
yeah, I can't. I know.
I-
He's going to be talking about this and kicking himself in the butt for a long time. I tell you what.
his grandchildren will tell the story of back in the day when an asteroid was thought to be no big deal, but clearly this is Jason.
Yep.
It's not Darth Vader where he says, "Asteroids do not concern me,
Yep.
Commander." They concern you. They
Yep.
concern Armada players because those asteroids clearly make the difference between a win and a
A
loss.
win and a loss. Yep. Maneuvering is all about where it lands.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, Garrett, guess what?
What's that?
We're in the booth together.
I think is
and
this our
Ken and
yeah.
John are not on camera.
Yeah, what
so
are they doing?
What should we do? What should we talk about? Let's talk about something that Ken and John don't like to talk about.
I don't know.
Let's talk
Have you-
about.
Have you met them? They're talkers.
They are talkers. They like to talk about almost everything. How about we talk about how Ken and John always meet each other in the first round of every tournament they ever play?
That's true. That's a fun
Yeah.
fact that is always true.
Don't tell him, but that's my fault. I go to the judges ahead of time and bribe
Set
them
it
to
up.
pair them up.
You don't have to bribe anymore. They
mean-
just find it hilarious.
Yeah, the judges just go, okay, now there's an arm here, so we can't even pretend anymore.
I know.
The magic of the theater has been broken. The third wall has been broken
the
because
illusion.
of Ken's arm. Oh, no. Oh, okay. See, here I'm looking at the
wow.
feed
You're
from
just
our
looking at
studio
backpacks
cam.
here.
Yeah, that's not very
I
nice. We
transition
should
this?
probably switch.
There we go.
There
Look
we
at
go.
us. Wow,
You want our
success.
mugs so that you could see
Yeah.
our I don't know.
You're checking
Or
out
maybe you don't. Maybe you
sweet-
want to see the table.
Sweet winners backpacks there.
All right, so the award ceremony. I've just been handed a note from Ken. The award ceremony for the championship is going to be live here.
Yep.
So stick around, stay with us. The award ceremony is going to be live for the winners of the tournament. It should be happening very, very soon. So just hang in there with us.
That's right. This is going to be exciting.
Yep.
Live announcement. Everyone at home will get to join us in the celebration.
That's right.
Looks like they're getting
Make
the
sure I cover
camera
up the
set
logo
up.
on the water.
Oh yeah,
All right,
can't have
so
that.
So yeah, it looks like everything is getting cleaned up out front, and we should be seeing the judges coming around here very shortly. How about the exciting news announced earlier, Ken, with the inside scoop about Armada
Oh my gosh!
moving forward?
You haven't even seen the video they're about to drop. So
Right.
with even more information, this is going to be thrilling. We got a whole year. We're just getting started. AMG is a bigger fan of Armada than I think anybody anticipated. They love the game, and I'm excited to get the swing back in of regular content.
And the season, they say, is going to be from May to May.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish up here at the end of March.
Yep.
And then have about a month to recover.
Get yourselves
or
prepped,
get your fleets together.
it's time to get
because
those Worlds tickets
from
for next
May
year.
23 to May 24 is going to be Armada season. It's going to be Worlds season.
Oh my gosh!
Gonna make
I
sure
am-
that's the whole
I
season.
can't. Yeah. So the excitement that the World is coming back is great, and the accessibility of tickets is even better. Because it's hard for people to travel all these distances to get these tickets. Man.
Absolutely.
And plus the premier invites from the big Gen Con and stuff. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
That's gonna be really cool. I mean, those are gonna be sought after.
That's
right.
But
I mean, man, so good, so good. Can't wait.
I just love that RR2 is going to be not just squadrons and a ship variant. We're talking about officers, upgrade cards, and squadrons, and surprises we don't even know about.
Yeah, and stuff we don't know about. I mean, the announcements that were made are great to hold us over, but they're, literally more. Man, and getting the local stores involved again like they were previously, that's so key. So key to continue to build the community.
This is going to be great. Ken and John are over here doing stage crew duty.
Yes.
Getting everything set up exactly how they'd like.
Yep.
Looking really cool.
Absolutely. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody in the chat.
I don't know why you wouldn't stick with us. This is what you've been watching this whole time to find out who is the 2023 World Champion.
That's right. There's a question in the chat about will the next Worlds be at Adepticon? And while it's not confirmed yet, I think what they
was confirmed.
alluded to.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
2023 Adepticon.
Yeah, I mean,
2024 Adepticon.
Absolutely.
2024. Blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
23 is done.
Yes. So good. So good. All right. Looks like they're setting up in front of our booth here the announcement podium for the champion. I see Chewbacca is making his way to the podium to yell and announce the turn. The heel pivot. Yes. Poor Chewie doesn't get a medal, but the world champion will.
A premier event, I believe, is where you get buy rounds.
Yes, I think that's
to
correct.
help you get into the day
that's
2.
Correct. So
and possibly more. I mean, they could amp it up.
They could. I mean, you never know.
World tickets from last time
they've given us enough surprises today.
That's right.
So, all right. So
looks like
we're kind of looking at what we're doing to pivot our coverage out to the front of the announcement area.
Yep.
So it'll happen here in just a few minutes.
We got to entertain you for a little bit more.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see here. Let's talk about. What is your thoughts on that art behind? Hey, wow. Hey, James. Once again, thank you for the awesome support. You've been consistent all weekend, and Ion Radio cannot thank you enough. That's outstanding. But what I was going to allude to was that background card behind the Governor Price with that 501st Clone Trooper with a 29-point cost. I'm really excited about that. I know a lot of people are.
I think that was an Easter egg.
Ooh. Oh, you think so?
I
don't know. I can't imagine.
Well, as I recall, Governor Price used to be an admiral.
No, she was an officer.
Was she an officer?
Right, she's an
officer.
Got nerfed? She was the round.
That's right.
You delay when you're going to activate.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And then the Gauntlet Rebel Fighter. I wonder who that's going to belong to. There's a lot of options out there, especially with the new shows coming out.
Yep.
Our Bo-Katans. Sabine Wren.
And I think that perhaps on the first round we're going to see things that had been in their back pocket for a while, and later in the year I think we may see another run of the cards, the cardboard and stuff to kind of even things out. I think that's kind of where they're going. Yeah, I think that's what
I've been thinking about Django Fett for years now.
Django Fett.
Where's he? I want a supersized Sonic Boom ability.
Oh,
None of this
that's
take
right.
1 damage. I want
Right.
like take 3 damage when I activate. Something ridiculous. Pop a token for it. Give me
is
a
the
Lando ability.
He's the original. He's the OG.
That's right.
Mandalorian.
Literally OG clone.
Literally. Sorry, or OJ for Django.
Man.
Yes.
Let's see here. We are still
They're
waiting to find
still setting
out.
up. Apparently, math is a thing when calculating these points. Let's
Getting
see.
everything set up.
That's right. That's right.
What else did
Crowd
we see?
is still hanging around.
I mean, I haven't been clear. I have not received my clearance package of what all I can say, so I'm trying to be really careful here.
Yeah.
I know Adrian is too. Ken would kill us if we said something wrong.
Well, I know that Ken has alluded to the fact that Ion Radio in the future is going to be given some exclusives and some tidbits, so be sure to keep up with their podcast.
If you haven't subscribe now, because this is going to be the place to hear news first for Armada.
Yeah, because if you think that you're getting all the news here and just at Adepticon, a little birdie flew into, or a little Minoc. It's Star Wars. A little Minoc flew in and attached itself to my cables, and while it was chewing on the cables, told me that Ion Radio was going to have some exclusives coming forward that they will be announcing. So,
gonna be exciting.
Subscribe for sure.
What are the best moments from this week? Let's see. Anything different from earlier? I don't know if it's the best moment, but it was a moment. Watching that projector missile line get pulled was devastating in that final game. Some of those dice rolls from the days have just been unbelievable. 10, 9, 10 damage with accuracies. I got to say, I think the biggest one was game 1 today, where I watched the Venator destroy Ramadi, and everyone was just absolutely up in arms seeing those doubles pop up to get it done. That was a huge win. I'm extremely interested to see where Nick ended up today at the end. Of course, our unskilled first officer.
Right. I think that some of the biggest moments for me might not have been some of the big dice rolls, even those were really exciting.
Yep.
But on the stuff that I have learned from watching these guys, something I never even thought about. But when you take the planetary ion cannon objective, I'm stealing this.
Yes.
Jason very deftly, who you just saw win the mutually assured destruction game, used his Lambda to move the planetary ion cannon token into range of the other ship for the beginning of the round.
Of course, it's something
that's
you
inspired.
do.
You get the squadron in for the objective. Just keep it around there, and keep the Lambda around just in case you have someone who throws an objective at you where you need strategic.
Yep, and then I guess the careful measurement. I don't put enough thought into where I'm going to end up when I'm moving, I got to tell you. I mean, they check every angle and remember each trigger from every ship and squadron from the other side.
Yes.
That was pretty unbelievable. To watch them do that live. Watching Lando get used like I've described before, where he just pops his ability immediately and then gets tapped by Adar.
Yep. Oh, the Adar tap Lando is just a dirty trick.
Oh my
I feel.
gosh.
But wow. Yeah, so good. But yeah, and and a shout out to the organization for the other events too. I mean, I know obviously the focus is on the Worlds competition, but there have been sector fleet battles. There's been the new Summer of All Things that Krajniak was instrumental in designing. What a fun little scenario. If you haven't tried it, smaller fleet totals, but a great scenario for quicker games. It's a great learning game, too. If you have someone who wants to get in the hobby and wants to learn the game on a 3x3 mat, it's a great learning tool as well as a fun little scenario. They played a lot of that this weekend. A lot of people brought fleets for that and had fun.
I mean, that's the coolest thing about Armada is you can play all the way from 200 points in a campaign to fielding massive 1,200, 1,500 points.
That's correct.
And feel like you're truly over an Armada.
Yep, that's correct. That is correct.
So we got to wait for the official results. We got to wait for what the judges say. I think T4, we can't say for sure if this is official.
I don't know if I think it's hidden.
Right? That's right. Yeah. So we got to wait.
We'll see to make sure that it is an official thing.
Of course, some of the best parts here is seeing what kind of cool swag the top 8s are going to get.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I did see the first place trophy, and it looks phenomenal.
Is it pretty cool?
It's a big trophy, and it's got the accuracy, critical, and standard hit on 3 of the pillars, and then a blank pillar at the bottom.
How awesome is that?
It's very cool.
Nice. Let's see. Okay.
But I'd love to see the variation of the fleets that, took wins and losses. Just absolutely phenomenal this weekend. And if you have not looked at all the fleets, please do take down the fleet list. I know things are going to change now with all the new meta that'll happen with the new cards coming out, but the lessons learned here can be applied even without using new cards.
That's true. That is absolutely true. Plenty of time to practice and get ready for the next marathon rounds of Armada, and just continue the fight.
That's right.
And so much talent. It's really anybody's game anytime the tournament starts. It's who can endure and who can outlast.
Yep. And we're still waiting on word here for when we can start.
Yep. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a change in view here shortly, where they're going to go live down to the announcing podium on the floor with the AMG staff making the announcements, likely with Ken and John. And then you will hear the official results. There's lots of setup being done that we can see. So any minute now, we're expecting the announcement.
So question in the chat here, how many players are typically invited to Worlds each year? So the standard is usually around 100 end up playing, and then there's a cut to day 2, and then that is correct. Usually now I think there were some years where they did a final elimination system, but now we are Swiss rounds. It looks like Ken's ready to come back here.
Ken's coming in.
Okay, guys, we are going to switch to another camera view here. We are going to be bringing you the award ceremony live here in the Ion Radio booth. They've decided to move it out here. So we have Courtney Downing from Atomic Mass Games that's going to come up. She's going to be giving out the announcements. We're going to put a cam out on the floor for sound, unfortunately, and no one wants to see my belly. You're not going to be able to hear us as well, so we're going to mute ourselves and go to the live cam. Stand by, guys.
And Nick.
Armada players!
Hello, Star Wars Armada players! Thank you so much for coming and hanging out all weekend. As someone who's only played through a full game of Armada once, because I have the attention span of a goldfish, I am so impressed with all of you coming out here, not only just playing the games, but playing well with each other. I didn't see any really bad sportsmanship, and I just really respect the hell out of this game and all of you guys for doing the most this weekend. We have our longest game. You have a different brain capacity than a lot of gamers, so I appreciate you guys being here. I've got Star Wars Armada Top Republic, as well as our second place award going here to Nicholas Larson. There you are. Excellent work this weekend. Congratulations. I am impressed by how long this is playing. All right. The other person that played games for forever, and our world champion, I was about to say grand champion, that's so last year. Our world champion is James McCartney. happen. A big shout out to Simone, Dallas, Will, Preston, the other Will from AMG. But a big shout out goes to the team that was supposed to be here in 2020. We literally had all this stuff on a pallet for 3 years. Big shout out to Alex Watkins, Josh Massey, Jimmy Lee, Matt Holland, Wade Pache, Lee Hug, Peter Schumacher, Kate Swayze, Michelle Christensen, Nate Sullivan, and Aaron Elliott. I miss people. Ryan Ritter, Michael Plummer, and Sarah Rowan for making all of this happen. We don't exist without you guys, so thank you for reminding us why we love what we do. This has been a great weekend. I've only cried every other day. It's been 3 years in the making, so thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting us, and I can't wait to see you guys here next year. All right, I'll leave it to Ion Radio now. They're the ones in charge. Shout out, Derek.
Okay, everyone, that was Worlds. John, it doesn't get better than that.
I am so happy. This is just so happy.
John, you had an opportunity to be in Worlds. We got to see a bunch of people winning. In fact, actually, while I'm thinking about it, we should make sure that we get James an opportunity to come on because he won Worlds. So we're going to grab that. But until James can get here on the booth, we want to do a huge shout out to definitely our wives for Shoe who allowed us to be here. And I want to personally thank the entire crew that made this day possible. Definitely with the people from Atomic Mass Games and AdeptiCon staff, etc. So, you know, I'm going to say this has been a great experience. This has been, we have everyone kind of sitting here giving us thumbs up, waving at us. Grateful that we are here doing the streaming. We're going to try and get James here who won on stream here for a minute. Just eked it out. Seeing tons of comments here, thanking all the different players and everything else. So, you know, I really just want to, well, here we go. We've got our, I can stop now, rumbling and everything else. And we have James on the channel. So, yeah, show that trophy off, James.
There it is. Weighs a ton, but yeah, very nice.
Congratulations on your win. It's great. You had you a couple times on the table, and you got to win that last game literally with an MOV of 0, which wound up making you world champion. How does it feel?
It feels absolutely amazing. I've been playing the game for about 4 years now, but yeah, to come to this highest level, and all the competitors were fantastic. It was such a tight game. My opponent was amazing. It was the tightest game it could have possibly been at this high level. It just shows that the level of skill I've shown.
I'm going to completely agree with you. I mean, every competitor that we saw, your wife, I believe, is saying hello and cheering you on in the chat. Feel free to say hello to her.
Hi, Laura.
But yeah, just the sheer amount of work you had to go through. You had what, 12 games or 11 games?
Yes. I also played in the last chance as a bit of practice. So more games on top of that. But yeah, 11 games to get to this point.
Still 15 games of Armada over 4 days, and I know the last 3 have been absolutely intense.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now? Are you ready to just take a nap?
I need to sleep. I need to rest. I have been stressing. I woke up last night at like 3 a.m. thinking, have I got all the tokens still? Did I lose one yesterday? I look forward to just resting and generally and finding somewhere to put the trophy that will pride a place. But yeah.
That's going to be the question: is where does that go? Are you going to fall asleep with it one night when you get home?
Maybe I will. My wife might be a bit annoyed about that, but yeah, possibly.
Nonetheless, thank you so much for participating in tournament. We're very ecstatic that you were able to be the winner here at Worlds. Worlds has been a long time coming in terms of returning. And then, any other last thoughts here?
No, I just say, thank you to all my competitors. They've been fantastic, and thank you to AMG and all the organisation. The judges were fantastic. Is it okay if I give you a shout-out?
Please, go ahead. You won Worlds.
Thank you.
Who might have stopped you here?
Yes, I'd just like to give a shout-out to my wife for supporting this. Many weekends spent in a gaming hall miles away. But, all the fellow guys from the UK will be your friends, especially the guys from York. My first game was at the UK Nationals in 2017, I think it was, and I was completely fresh, and they came over and said hello, and they were really friendly, and they really kept me engaged. And I've been to many talks with them, and they're really nice people. So and also the whole community. Everyone's so nice. I've never met a bad person in Armada, anyone who's we're just so nice. Yeah, and thank you to you guys.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
For running this amazing stream and showing it to the world.
But you know what? All the players, yourself included, made it our job so much easier because the games were fun, they were exciting. Everyone on stream, every player, they were great. And that's the level of community cooperation and just how kind this Armada community really is. So we're thankful for you guys, the players, to allow us to provide such a great show. I'm going to ask you one question, and that's because this last game was definitely nerve-wracking. Do you want to walk me through what you were thinking at times? Because it looked like at points you weren't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, when I got that crit on, I think, turn 2, I think as everyone really thought, it was kind of over. Playing on Orange, that is the worst bit to get, when you can't use the one thing you're designed to do. I thought if I've got any chances I'm going to get into close, my instinct does well at close range, I can defend reasonably well at close range, getting close, and just try and work it through. His squadrons weren't doing quite enough to stop Marek either. It was just risky, just trying to eke out as much value out of all the upgrades out of more squads as I possibly could. And at times it was just you didn't quite know what to do. I didn't know what crits he'd get. My opponent's predicted line was pretty tough. But it was a tough game. But I'm not sure if I want to rewatch it or not. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Well,
I'll see how I feel.
You're going to be able to see a couple of your games and definitely some of your competitors, and maybe that will help prepare for the next Worlds. And we know that we're going to have some local tournament, the new OP kits from. So that's right, you've been playing. You don't know what's going on. So I'll let you know, along with everyone at home, so you follow around. Atomic Mass Games, in their panel update, or their update panel, I should say, announced a few things for Armada. First is Rapid Reinforcements 2 is coming out. They revealed Governor Price returning in Rapid Reinforcements 2. We are going to see store OP kits, new ones that will include Worlds invites, and all the regional tournaments will include a premium World invite. We're not exactly sure what that's going to include, but they are there. So there is some added incentive to be a top-tier tournament player and being able to make your way in. So hopefully it provides a wider field for Worlds next year, which will also be here at AdeptiCon.
Fantastic.
So excellent. So you got some great news. You won. I think what we're going to do here is, again, giving you another opportunity to say something. Otherwise, I'm going to start closing things out.
No, that's I think that's the best to end. I've got to go and pack up, find a way to get this trophy.
Take it with your carry-on.
Yeah, I think I'm not quite sure. Do you think they allow big glass objects on planes?
I don't know.
I have to find out.
Yeah, but it's clearly a trophy. I mean, just hold it up, like all your sports stars. They'll kiss it and hold it and things like that.
Exactly.
So, outstanding. James, thank you very much for being a part of the channel. Thank you for being one of the participants, and safe travels on your way back home.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right. So we're going to take 1 second here. John is talking to other folks, so I'm going to get the opportunity here to close down our stream. So on behalf of everyone, a couple thank yous for everyone really that we need to provide. Actually, Adrian's going to join me for a second to close the stream down.
Hello there.
Hello there.
What a nice trophy.
You know what? I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, that trophy is pretty hot, I gotta say. Looks really, really good. I mean, better than a medal. Yeah, that's going to look good on a show.
Sizable thing.
Yeah, that could do some damage if you get hit over the head with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were just discussing whether it would be allowed to be taken on the plane's carrier.
You know what? If I want to meet the flight attendant who won't allow a trophy that you have just won after 4 grueling days, and back to England too.
Yeah.
If he's flying London Air, the crews on those flights are really, really cool. They'll let him on.
Well, I hope they will. Because if not, that just wouldn't be fun.
Well, it can stay on my shelf.
You know,
I will really re-engrave the name.
I was going to be offered to allow myself to hold on to it for him until he makes another trip out here to the States,
right.
And then he can go ahead and come visit it from time to time.
That's right.
You know, we'll just make sure that we show it on the channel from time to time.
Well, see, next year we just have to bring it back to American soil, right?
You know what? Who's to say that won't happen? Maybe, perhaps it will. Maybe it will.
Or perhaps someone will bring it to France, or Poland, or Germany, or any of the other countries that have graced us with their presence here at this world's competition. All right, I'm going to give up the mic for John because the OGs are back in the studio.
Wow. What an incredible day, right?
You know what? This is, for all, you cannot end Worlds better than how we saw it. Mutual tabling. And the person that eked out that victory, the second player, actually won the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. And super excited because Armada has a future for next year. We have a whole season starting on Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
That's
and
correct.
That's going to be leading us right back to here for the next Worlds. And it's all store and regionals to try to get tickets into people's hands.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing a wider field at Worlds. And it's going to be everyone from local players, kitchen table players, to our heavy-duty tournament players that go to regional championships and everything else. They'll get the premium invites, but it's going to widen the field, and I'm really just excited to see who shows up next year.
Okay, so any final thoughts on this whole weekend before we close out?
You know, 15 games. We had exciting games. We had great chats. The players were outstanding. We had great sportsmanship. I enjoy having the opportunity to be this close to some of the top level Armada play. I think that we've seen in a long time. What about you, John?
My takeaway, because I had a unique opportunity because I was able to be with the stream here, and I was also able to play in Armada. And while day 1 went pretty good for me, day 2 did not. And I got beat by some of the best players and some of the greatest players that are in the game. And I had a blast. And I had a blast because Armada has a great community. And even while losing, it doesn't matter because you're in this game with another player and you're both enjoying yourself, win or lose. And I think that's what I take away so much from this. Armada just has a great community of people, and even if you're losing and it's a terrible game, you still have fun with the other person because the community is so good.
I'm going to completely agree with you. And that's everywhere. Everyone's waving and saying hello. It's great. The unfortunate thing, John, is now we have to take all this down, but we do get to go home, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So before we close out, I would like to throw out some big thank yous. First, to my wife for letting me leave her and my son at home to come over here. Big thank you. I love you. She encouraged me to do this too.
And you know what? It was good that you were here. Ryan was great. Little John's going to be excited to see you when you get home today, John. And you know what? You get a little break from Armada too.
Right.
So, you know, and I'm glad that you were able to be here. And hey, this was great. We've got a lot of family support. I've got nothing but, you know, to thank Sheila for everything. Yeah, letting me be out here for 5 days. And definitely to Daniel, my son, I'm hoping has helped his mother around the house with different things. Mine's just a little bit older than yours. But big thanks to both of you. Love you both. And, you know, I could not have asked for anything better than to our two families to allow us to spend this amount of time away from home, encourage us to do what we're doing, and just, frankly, this has been great.
Yes, it has. Other big shout out to AMG for letting us do this, putting on the event. Big shout out to all the AdeptiCon staff. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Big shout out to all of our TO and staff for Armada. They were on top of it the entire tournament and did a fantastic job of juggling between main tournaments, side events, sector fleets, everything like that. So big thank you to them.
I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and continue that. I'm actually going to throw out a couple names so that we can then we're just going to wrap up the stream. Again, big shout out to our wives and family for all of our streaming members, to Atomic Mass Games, specifically Will Schick, Courtney Downing, and Ann Richmond, who were a great help, and of course Will Schick joining us here on the channel, to the AdeptiCon crew, which includes Hank Edley and Derek Schultz, our three TOs, Dennis, also known as Problems, Stuart, known as Stu Bucket, and Simon, known as Captain Oz. A special shout out to Matt Chestnut, who helped prepare all of the cards digitally so that we could showcase them all here on stream. And of course, on behalf of the entire Ion Radio crew, including John Thomson, Garrett Vance, Ryan Becker, and Adrian Valerie, I'm Ken Krajniak. Thank you very much for watching, and so long from the Renaissance Hotel and Convention Center in Schaumburg. You've been watching the 2023 Star Wars Armada World Championship at AdeptiCon here on Ion Radio.